Yes. Hello, YouTube. Hello, people who are watching or listening to us, sometimes on Spotify too. This is the immersion, and today we're going to talk about weed. I am Bruna, the hostess, and today I have a lot of people here with me. If I mention everybody, it's gonna take a lot of time, but thank you guys for coming. This is not a class, it's a conversation. We're gonna speak in English 100% of the time. And don't forget, we are not here to correct or to judge one each other. It's just a place to talk. All right. I'm going to split us in the breakout rooms that are okay. Okay, Flavia, thank you for letting me know. There are 12 people here, and I'm going to split us in some breakout rooms. Please, in the breakout room, don't forget to start introducing yourself and then answer the questions. Choose someone to read the questions and make sure everybody's going to have the chance to talk a little bit. Don't talk too much and enjoy it. This is the most important thing. Be really respectful today. If you have like an opinion that is like different from the others, it's okay. No problem. We are not here to say what is right or wrong, but I think mainly on this topic, it's important to be respectful. All right. And I think that's it. I'm going to split this right now. I'm going to have here with me in the main room, João and Fernando. And the other guys are going to the breakout room. All right. Let me just see something here. I really, really hope you guys enjoy it. And I see you at 5:50. Okay, 5:50 something. Okay, sharing the questions one more time and enjoy it. Let's go. All righty. So the questions were shared. Everybody were invited, was invited to the room. And let's start introducing ourselves. João, can you please share with us who you are?
Okay, my name is João. I am 24 years old. I live in Salvador, Bahia. I work from home for a company from São Paulo. I work with IT. And I've been on TALKNTALK since August of 2022.
Yay, that's great. It's really good to have you here. I just want to tell you something. It's been really nice to see your movement on LinkedIn. It really inspires me. You are like every day sharing stuff there, and it really inspired me to keep posting and sharing content there too, you know. So I just
Thank you.
no
I'm making
problem.
some tests.
Yes, it's
It
great.
is
No, and
really
it's
work.
very good. And Fernando, how about you?
Well, my name is Fernando. I'm 33 years old. I live in Brasilia. I also working from home as an administrative assistant. I work from a government for a government agency, and I've been here on TALKNTALK since December, since last month, and what else? I've been studying English a lot lately, and I enjoy it. I love studying English. I love music, all kinds of art, movies, series. I am a movie addict. So yeah, that's it.
Yay, amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm Bruna. I live in São Paulo with my family. I work as a teacher and also community manager. I love being here, and I think this one is going to be one of my hardest topics. I've never talked about it, so I'm really like, oh my God, let's do it. So I think we can start with the first question. That is your opinion about weed, and share with us if you have already consumed it. Okay, so let's start with you, Fernando. What do you think about it? Have you ever tried it?
I think it's something that people consume for their own reasons. I mean, everyone has their own reason for that, or just for fun, or for medicinal purpose. So yeah, I think it's nice actually. I think is something
Very good.
nice that help a lot of people. And I've consumed when I was a teenager, but just a few times. Not because I don't think is nice or I'm against, not because of that, but it was not a good experience for me. I had some bad vibes, and so it. I think there is also this thing. It's a good experience for it's a different experience for each one. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome, very good. Yes, I've never tried, but I've heard it, that it's like a different experience for each person. And yeah, I am totally with you. I think I don't know if I have like an opinion. No, I think it's just like something like people use for like different reasons, right? And I don't know if I have an opinion such as like, oh, this is bad or this is good and everybody should use it. No, I really don't have an opinion, no. And João, what do you think?
But I don't have much opinion about we like. What do you think about? I grew up in a city in a school where people usually use, like a lot of people use. It's really common, and I don't know all my how can I say, my social circles have some people who use. I don't know if it's my way of being that attracts people who use, but for me it's like it's more common to find someone who consumes weed than consumes uh, cigarettes, for example. And for me, it's just like it's the it's a vibe that is close, I think. Okay, one is stronger than other, but usually the people I know use for the same reason, to be happier, to relax, don't know, to sleep. And I consume it. I think a few times. I think the friends I know consumed what I consume all my whole life in a day. But I don't know. I feel like my brain and my body were unusable, and don't know. Today I am not a person who likes to go out of the routine, and I usually don't use anything, and even alcohol.
Yeah, I feel you. Very good. Yes, and I understand what you said. That your like friends use it, because in my friends also consume it, but I just don't feel like doing it. I just don't. I've never felt interested in consuming or on trying, and that's it. Yeah, I just don't know. But I feel you. Very good. Guys, let's skip number 2 because I think we kind of answered this one. Like we have already talked about it, that it like to relax, or to sleep, or I don't know, like sometimes as medicine, right? So how do you think we is seen in our country, like in general? Of course, it's hard to generalize and everything, but let's try to do it. And what about your family? Like, how do they see it? Do they think it's a bad idea? Because here, like my mom, like if I tell her I tried, like it's going to be such a bad experience. No, I've never tried, but I can imagine if she knew I thought about it, it would be bad. But I want to know from you. Let's start with you, João. What do you think?
I think people in our country uh, are they approve it. I don't know. I think if they don't approve in majority, I think in the time will turn to this. I think if I told my family that I use it, I think they won't even process this situation because it's not my type. But they have my parents, my mother, and my father have a lot and a lot of friends of different personalities from different cities, different styles, and they have friends like close friends that use that consume that have in their house, and they just don't care. Okay, don't care. Of course they are older and they have their opinions, but I have no idea. I can think about this topic being a serious topic in my house nowadays.
Very good. Yeah. And I think now we are adults, right? So I think it's a bit different. But I totally feel you. And it's good that your parents have friends that consume it. This is really, really nice. And very good. What about you, Fernando?
I think the country is kind of divided about this. A lot of people think that it's okay, it is not a big deal. And a lot of people think that is something harmful, very harmful, and people compare with other with drugs like cocaine and something like that. There is, I mean, people don't know a lot about it, and uh, they, it's a matter of prejudice, I guess. People have a lot of prejudice, especially the most conservative people. They have a problem with that. So I think it's a topic, a very controversial topic that divides the country.
I
And
totally agree with you.
And about my family, I think it's something kind of a matter of hypocrisy, I guess, because they also have a huge prejudice about it, but they don't as about alcohol and cigarettes and other things like that. So I think it's very hypocritical. Yeah, oh my gosh,
I think it's
hypocritical.
hypocrite. I think it's hypocrite. Hypocrite.
Yeah,
Hypocrite. Yeah.
yeah,
I think
difficult
so.
word.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you. And I don't remember if you were here, but the first topic I brought was about alcohol. Like that's how I started like thinking about it, you know. And I totally see alcohol as an open door for other drugs, you know. And you said something about marijuana, like sometimes, or like weed sometimes is seen as an open door for other drugs. How do you see this? Do you think this is real, or alcohol is the first step for hard drugs? You know, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think that doesn't make any sense to put marijuana as a open door for another drugs. I think alcohol can be, cigarettes can be, friendship can be a open door. So it's pure prejudice, in my opinion.
Good point. Yeah, it's nice what you said. No, everything can be like there can be a lot of reasons for someone to start doing these hard drugs, right? I like that. Very good. João, what do you think? Is alcohol an open door? What opens doors for other drugs?
I think that alcohol is not an open door for other drugs because, you know, alcohol is a social tool. I think that people use a lot with this objective. And I don't know, I have a lot of critics about alcohol. I may lose my goal of talking about the topics. But I think that alcohol is one step marijuana is another step, and the other drugs are another step on next level, because marijuana have relaxing effect, and the other drugs make you active most of the times, and the people who use one and who use another may not be the same. I don't know. We have that's a popularization of electronic festivals, and usually people use those other drugs there. But don't know, someone who doesn't like to go to these parties, I think it's hard to consume the other drugs, but it's not hard to consume cannabis or alcohol.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's right. And it's crazy to choose, because like, of course, in my adult life, I started meeting new friends, and like getting to know other people. And this is not a subject I usually talk about, drugs and everything. I don't know if my connection is freezing a little bit, but I think so. Is it okay? Can you hear me well? Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yes.
And then when I talked about it with my friends, and they told me they had already used some of the drugs, or they had already consumed, I got like so scared, like, oh my God, what? And they were like, yeah, I went just to some parties and everything. So it's easier than we think, right? I think I am a bit conservative in terms of myself doing drugs, and like using it. But then I think I reacted this way. So it's nice to see how easy it is to access these things, right? Go ahead, Fernando.
Yeah.
Do you wanna add something?
Yeah, I mentioned alcohol and cigarettes as a possible open door for other drugs, but I also believe, I also agree with João. I don't believe that they are open doors for it. They open doors. They can be as anything else. Like if you are not in a good state of mind, if you are passing, if you are going through problems, it can be an open door for bad things. So it's not that alcohol is an opening door for me. I don't believe so.
I got you. Very good. No, that's awesome. And I couldn't agree more with you. Very good, guys. Let me see. Let's go with question number 5. Change the orders a little bit. Why do you guys think many people are in favor of legalizing marijuana? Let's start with you, Fernando. Your mic is already open.
Well, I think there are no good reasons to not legalize that. I'm totally pro legalization, because if you want to use, you're gonna use. It's easy, so easy. So, but there are many problems, like the money that you spend go to bad hands in the end. Not that the guy that sells you is a bad guy, but maybe the guy that sells to him or whatever. So the money doesn't have a good don't go to a good place, and so that would be different with the legalization. There will be like good right places to buy, to sell, and it would be good for the country, for the taxes, for the government. So I don't see a point in not legalizing it, and it would not increase like violence or anything else, because it doesn't, is not the effect. And it's not as harmful as alcohol, for example, that cause so many accidents. So yeah, I just cannot see a reason for not legalizing. And I believe that a lot of people think like me, and that's the reason that a lot of people are in favor of it.
Yeah, it's really nice what you said. Last week I was talking to another student about it, and he was telling me about like California and the amount of stores and like places where you can buy not only weed but also like products of weed. No, like I don't know, candies, food made of weed. Sometimes like products like T-shirts, so it would be like a good commerce too. Commerce, no, what is the word? A good thing for
Good
the
market.
country, and also for the like maybe there would be workforce, and other people could be hired. So many good things actually. Yeah, very good. What do you think about it, João?
And I agree with what all of you guys said. And I have another point about this, but I think it's better to say on the next question. And I think that people are in favor of legalizing marijuana because it doesn't make any sense having marijuana prohibit and alcohol legalized. Because how can I say? The past generations have a very different relationship with alcohol than we have. Uh, I had some, how can I say, recent experience that I'm taking medications right now. Not taking medications, but I can drink. And it was really harder to explain to older people that I can't drink than to my friends of my age and my parents' friends. What they drink in a day when they are traveling is not even close of what me and my most alcoholic friends drink in like 3 days, and we are completely we are almost dead before drinking that quantity of alcohol. It's like a life having a lot of resistance and having this resistance even stronger. And for medical reasons also, the liver is one of the worst organs to be in unhealthy situation. No, no, is very complication. I won't even enter in the topic of what people do when they drink, but there are a lot of reasons that don't happen with marijuana.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And it's the effects are really bad, right? And it's interesting what you said about the acceptance society has with alcohol and with weed, right? It's completely different. And I don't know about you, but I remember when I was younger, and I know this is common with a lot of kids, their family like giving kids a little bit like or a sip of something, of wine, a sip of beer, like, so we are influenced already to drink when we are like children, and this is really complicated, right? Really complex. Yeah, I totally feel you, João. The impacts of alcohol are huge. Yeah, very good. João, you said, oh, I'm not gonna say this because I'm gonna wait for the next question. Is it question number 4? Was it question number 4?
No, it was question number 6.
So let's talk about it. If marijuana is legalized, will other drugs be next? What do you think?
Me? I hope all the others. I hope absolutely all the others. I have one argument for this that I think is the most important. When you legalize something, you start having research about this thing that is recently legalized. You have companies talking about the effects of this, even not companies, but the community in general. Like we know all the effects of alcohol, all the consequences of cigarettes. We a little bit, but it's not that diffused uh, that diffused knowledge. But we have an idea. But the others, ecstasy, LSD, we don't have any idea, and we don't know what the effects of having a combination of these drugs with marijuana or these drugs with alcohol, which is very common. So I think that it won't make the use grow. I hope this. I don't have any arguments about, but it's a feeling that I have. But we will have more information about the use, the safe use, and the consequences.
It's interesting. While you were talking, it reminded me an article I read this week that in Vancouver they are going to open a store where it will be possible for the customers to buy hard drugs. Like I have no idea how to call them, but like hard drugs in general. And the workers at the store, they will need to wear bulletproof vests. And this made me so worried about this situation. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's not safe. The guys are going to work wearing bulletproofs. Like, of course, it's going to be safer for them because they don't know what's going to happen, but it's worrying at the same time. So I really don't know what to think. I will try to find the article here and share with you. What do you think about it, Fernando?
This is a very difficult question. I really don't know. I don't have an opinion about it. When João was talking, I agreed. I agree with him that it's a way of control, not control, but make the research possible and work on campaigns maybe, because like cigarettes, they are allowed. I can go in the bakery and buy cigarettes, but there is a huge campaign against it. And today I think that people are more aware of the harmful. So it would be good. But at the same time, it's something so harmful, it's like selling something that you put like you might be killed using it once, maybe, because you can use cocaine and die in the first time. It's possible. It's difficult, but it's possible. So but you can also die from smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. It's me against me.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you. I am totally with you. And it's interesting, like, to think about that, right? It's like, for example, selling cigarettes. In the boxes, like we can see the effects, right? Like there is a photo of lungs, like, terrible lungs, and it's like, oh, it's a warning, so maybe this would be a way to warn other people, like to make them aware of the consequences, right? But it's difficult.
Yeah. But the point is that anyone that want to use will use.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
Yeah, maybe have this control over it. It's a good thing. I think it will not happen here in Brazil, at least, In
I don't think it would happen here too. Yeah.
yeah.
I think we have a huge conservative part of the country, and I'm with you. I don't think this would happen. But it's nice also to think of the number of crimes too. I think it would reduce a lot the number of crimes. I found a website here. I think I closed. No, top 10 reasons to legalize marijuana, and there's a nice information here. Crime rates in countries where marijuana is legal are lower than that of the USA. So the crime rates are lower, in these countries, which is really nice too. And yeah, João, do you want to add something?
I want to add that maybe I didn't consider the extremely vicious drugs. I was thinking like drugs of, I don't know, festivals. But yes, I don't know if it will increase the violence, because as you guys said, if you want to use, you will make a way to use and buy it. But about, oh, I forgot what you just said. It
Crime
was about,
rates.
yes, it was about crime rates. It's important to have this information, because can be a data-driven decision, and this way is really, it's much more effective than like talking about ethics, and I don't know how to say moral, if it's moral,
Yeah.
but it's moral, right? And it's hard to talk about just what you think, because people think different. And but I have a theory that made the states that marijuana is legalized have less violence, because the people there are less violent and more conscious. So because of that, then marijuana is legalized. No, but
That's true.
it's a whole society education that I also think that won't happen here too early.
Yeah, definitely. It's really deep, but it's nice what you said, about the data, because these researches made in other countries, and like, of course, we can use these numbers in order to compare, and to like literally use it as a strategy, so it's important. A lot of nice things, guys. You are bringing so many nice things. I want to skip to question number 9 now, and ask you if you think there should be punishment for illegal possession, or there shouldn't be any punishment, only if it's a big amount. First of all, do you think there should be punishment, and then what should this punishment be? Let's skip with you, João.
I think that for small possession, no, definitely no, because the punishment won't resolve anything. That's First of all, that's not the obvious reason of the problem, and the reason of the problem is not the obvious reason of the problem. Like, uh, it, it would make sense you search for the dealer, but I even don't think that the dealer is the actual problem.
Yeah, I was
Hmm.
reading at the same website too, that this is not even something that happens just here, right? It's like something that is like international, and then like Brazil buys from Mexico, and then Mexico has also like a huge production of weed, and so it happens in many countries, right? So it's bigger than that. True, I totally agree with you. And yes, I am with you, João. I think if it's an amount that it's for use, I think there shouldn't be any punishment. And considering the laws nowadays, the laws like nowadays, if it's a big amount, of course we are talking about like dealers, as you said. And yeah, I think maybe there should be some punishment for these big amounts, like tons of wheat. Maybe there should be some punishment. Fernando, how do you see it?
I couldn't agree more with you. I think that the punish should be just for people like with tons of it, and more than that, I think that that would be some intelligence behind it. Would need some intelligence behind it to track the source of it, like where it come from, where is the money is going to, because because maybe you can find another type of crimes in that research, and that would be better to be punished, but not for small portions. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, very good. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I watched a video another day on Netflix. It was, I don't remember if it was a movie, but it was like literally about it, about production of weed in other countries, and it's a huge system. So I don't know, even I don't think like they don't know where it comes from, but I just think it's a big system.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's something playing here. Okay. I was about to share. Go ahead.
Sorry, Bruna.
Okay.
There is also something else that the marijuana here and everywhere actually, they are not pure. They put a lot of shit into that. So it's another that's the real crime, because they are tricking the consumers, and this wouldn't happen with legalization. So it would be better for everyone.
Yes, couldn't agree more with you. This is really bad. And it's sad too, because you are consuming something that is not pure, and it's mixed, it's bad, I don't know. It's complicated. What do you think about it, Joe?
I agree with all you said, and I don't know, it's hard to find, like, it's hard to us to have the dimension of how this commerce could be here in Brazil, because I don't know, I think that we are a country that have a lot of culture of consuming it. And don't know, we have the stereotype of people who surf and lives next to the beach. And I don't know, I say for my city, like there are lots and lots of people that use, and don't know how are in the others, but I think it would be a huge commerce. And it's also a nice information to have, like how many employments this market generated, how much money to return to the government, as Fernando said, and a lot of things to research and to analyze.
Definitely. And it's really nice what you said about the investments and taxes and everything. If we are talking about something that is like legalized, it could be taxed somehow, and the country could get money from it too, So it's not, it's I don't know, it's complicated. Yeah.
And that's a personal opinion, but I think that if you have a store with different kinds of marijuana, different types, people will buy it. People will just try someone and find their favorite, and they'll see that the fact it's completely different, that is 100% pure, and people will go together to like the coffee shops we have in Amsterdam, for example,
Yeah.
and they will really enjoy it. And I think it would be personally uh, a very good business here in Brazil.
Yes, very good. The last question I want to ask you guys before I bring the other talkers from the breakout room is not here in the list. It's about talking, like, it's about your parents actually. Have your parents talked to you about it when you were children? Is it important for you? Like, do you think we should talk to our children about it? Let's talk about education a little bit. Let's start with you, Fernando. I know you have children, so what's your point of view about it?
Yeah, my parents didn't talk to me at all. I learned those things with friends, and not in the best way sometimes because friends, teenager is complicated. But and I try to do different with my son. I talk openly about this and any other subject, and is healthy. Is the healthy thing to do, talk.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, my parents didn't talk to me about that too. And yeah, I learned on the internet and with my friends, That's it. And you, João?
No, they didn't. Um, there was a moment of my life that I think that like on the second grade of high school, that if I keep walking with the friends I had on that year, I would probably keep using until today. And but on the last year of the school, I decided to start studying for the first time of my life. And I had some friends that had the same objective, and I started being ambitious and thinking more about grades, about career, and now I am someone who don't even fit with drugs in general.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, welcome back. How was the conversation, Pedro?
It was very nice. I was with Larissa and Bruno and was totally cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I was asking the guys here in the main room about their upbringing, if their parents talked to them about weed or about other drugs. How was this experience for you? Have you already talked to your parents about it when you were younger? Like, do you think we should talk to children about that? How do you see it?
Totally. I think information is the most important thing in the world. So if you know about we are talking, this is the point. So everyone can make your own decisions, but we need to have information to that. So if I go there and I choose to do something that I don't know what are the pros and the cons, so how I can choosing that? So I think if the grow-ups, the people that have this information, they need to furnish that and given for children more information to say, oh, if you smoke that, these things are good, these things are not good. But you need to have the information to pass this away. It not say because you think that, oh, if you smoke that, we will die. It's not like that, and we know that. So I think we need to have information and to spread this information to everyone. And then each one can make your own choices.
That's true. And I saw something some other day of like some parents that they like told their children that if they like wanted to try it for the first time, they should do it at home, because it's a safe place, and if like something happened, they would be there for them. And I thought that that's a a good point of view, you know, like you are doing it at a safe place and your parents can, I don't know, like support you if something happens. It's not common, right? Like, of course, it's not all the parents that are going to agree with it, but I thought it would be a great initiative, you know. Let's hear from Eduardo. How was the conversation in your room, Eduardo? Did you like it?
Yes, a lot. It was excellent because we discussed a lot about the subject, you know, and we had a heated like discussion about the fourth question. You know, we tended to disagree a lot between ourselves because I am in favor of legalizing, you know, because I think crime rates would decrease because of the drug dealing problem, you know, regarding marijuana. So I'm in favor of this, and two people were like not in favor. So it was a great conversation. It's a good topic to discuss.
That's amazing. I'm really glad you guys liked it. It's not easy, you know, mainly because we are talking about like something that is not that common. Like we don't usually talk about that, but I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed. I sent you the link of the feedback. You can just say if you liked the meeting or not, complaints, suggestions. Don't forget it's anonymous, so I don't know who is going to write. It's really, really a huge pleasure to have you here with me. Just to tell you, on Wednesday at 9 a.m., you know, I also got another immersion. We're going to talk about job interview questions. So if you are going through some job interview, I selected some important questions and you are more than invited to join me too. All right. I still don't know the topic for the next Friday, so I'm not saying anything. Okay, but for Wednesday, I already know. It was such a pleasure to see Monica here, my Spanish partner, Lari too. I really missed you, Lari. I hope you have enjoyed the talk. Uzaya, Bruno, Flavia, and thank you so much, João and Fernando in the main room. It was really nice. Bruna and Eduardo, thank you so much too. And also Pedro. I really hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And I hope to see you here next week too. All right.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
so
See you
much for
soon.
coming.
Have a nice week.